All right, guys, I'm sick, so there's that.
You guys are always nice.
I don't have my other phone, so make sure you put your questions in all caps so Kimmy can read them off.
So I can pop them off.
Yeah. What's everybody doing tonight? Who here actually celebrates Valentine's Day? Because Kimmy and I are both in the it's stupid camp.
But for those of you that do celebrate, happy Valentine's Day. And a birthday to Winter Bell.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who is Abundant Living Homestead.
And that makes total sense because she's such a sweetheart.
Yes.
Like that.
It totally
bam.
does. So when she jumps on here, because she usually does, you all say happy birthday to her. We'll make sure we sing. Who we got? We have Tiffany and
hi Tiffany.
Anna and Alicia and Vicky and KJ and Bob, and I'm looking to see Sil's on here. I haven't seen him for a bit.
I feel like we need to do something. I wish there was something that as the YouTuber we could do something for like when we get 3,000 people on our lives that like all of their names could light up.
That would be great. My mom just said, what, no live tonight?
Where's your mom? It's totally on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Love the new t-shirt design. Isn't that so cute? It's for the barn.
I didn't get to see it.
Darcy did good. She said she sent it to you. That's why I didn't send it to you.
Mine to me.
She said she sent the Cause We Can one to you and to me.
I didn't see it.
Darcy.
Just mine.
Darcy's having a hard time, I guess.
Okay. I just saw mine.
It has a barn with a goat and a rabbit.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's cute. What that means is that you have not gone to the community page.
You showed it to me before she changed things.
Probably.
Yeah, no, I don't get service all the time. So no, I have not. Kelly's on here.
Hi,
Jody.
Kelly.
Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Jody. Hi, Chuck.
Some people popped on.
So I have basically been in bed all day long.
And Kira's on here too.
Oh, hi, Kira.
It's been a while. Hi, honey.
Girlies.
Yeah, she's been sick.
So, and it's at Kim was like, I'm surprised that we're gonna do a live because you're not feeling well, but I feel pretty decent right now because I've slept most of the day. But,
Darlene Livings. Hi from Ontario, Canada.
hi, Darlene.
Welcome, Darlene.
Welcome.
If you guys have any questions, throw them out in caps. If you have anything you want specifically Heather to talk about, throw them in caps. If you guys are talking to each other, you can keep it in lowercase, and I'll.
So we met up with Danielle's Homestead, and Danielle's Duckhead Homestead.
Yeah.
And she took one of our boy bunnies. And you guys, she does have a channel, and she is putting out little videos, so go check those out. That was fun. She was super nice.
I'm a terrible follower of people. So I just subscribed to Danielle. And
Same.
I'm so sorry. For those of you that I haven't been watching, I will get to it, I promise, as soon as we have internet and such.
We're going to go visit her this summer, I think. She's down in an area where I was actually looking to buy land.
Chuck says he's been watching, but our schedules have not been mixing well lately.
Oh.
What's next, he wants to know.
Next is finishing up the bathroom and putting blocks in here in the studs, in between the studs. So framing, that's the word. Framing. We're going to be finishing up the framing.
Starting some wire.
And then after that, we're going to be doing pulling wire.
How's the insulation holding up? Are the goats keeping out?
Well, the goats we actually trapped in the barn. They cannot get out. They can't even get out into their little yard that they used to have. They are trapped inside. And so that's fine. They're in timeout because they jumped the fence. So they have not been getting out, and so those little slats in there, they're about 11 inches wide. So it fits up there really snug. I had some really good people give some really good ideas. Like one person said put chicken wire up there, and then that would hold it all in. One thing that we will be doing before next winter is we're going to be adding a deck, and then we're going to skirt. There's no reason to skirt this and then have to take that all down to add the deck, since we're going to be trying to add the deck throughout the summer. We're going to be working on the deck, so I don't want to have to pull things down to be able to do that. And to be honest, that's R38 under there, so the floor, actually, I walk barefoot around the floor. There's a metal plate. Okay, so where we're putting the bathroom, there's literally a metal plate as the floor.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a
Challenge?
how the heck are we going to put that drainage spot in there for the shower? But other than that, it's mostly wood. So the wood holds the heat too, and then the insulation. And so I walk around barefoot a lot, or just in my socks. So it's not.
Hi, Mom.
It's not bad. Hi, Mom.
It's Heather that's sick.
I'm sick.
No fun. Did you get the center of the insulation done?
Not in the center. We're gonna, cause I got sick actually. So Monday when I went to the doctor's, I kind of woke up just not really feeling super good. But I thought it was just cause we had cake. That's pretty normal when we have cake. And so, but by the time we got home Monday night, I was like, I don't feel good. And then I woke up real bad, real yucky this morning.
Do you notice a difference with the underfloor insulation?
Yeah, it's a huge difference. So when it's super cold, so if it's like 30 degrees outside, it'll get 80 inside here. And the floor in front of the floor stays about 57. But right in front of the wood stove, it'll get up to be like 90.
Hi, T-Han Homestead.
Right there. Hi.
Welcome. Another question is, suggestion. Maybe a cutting torch for the steel plates.
Yeah, and I think Randy has one, so I'll kind of him and see what he thinks. So we're actually, the entire bathroom is going to be a shower floor, and then we'll have the sink just on the wall and the pipes and stuff, and then we have our bucket potty, and so that can be moved around or even out of the bathroom when someone's showering. So the shower itself is only like 4 feet wide by 5 feet. It's not super wide. So
the whole bathroom will be a shower.
Will be a shower, yeah. So
I think we answered this question. Are you going to put wood or plastic under the container? We're not really putting anything on.
Well, we have to put something.
Oh, okay.
We'll end up something. I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting something like 550 cord and putting some screws along the edges and just crisscross it. So crisscross it up on there. Or I'll take some of that really thick yard fabric that you put under roads, because I have a huge roll of that, and we could roll that out and attach it once all of the is done. So there's only going to be gray water going out of this, so it shouldn't take very long to get those pipes going in, and then we can put that up and cut those, so it fits nicely, and then it would look nice, and it would,
Dwayne suggests a hole saw.
Yeah.
Michael DeVoy from Green Bay, Wisconsin says,
Hi, Michael.
Greetings. Welcome.
Welcome. Sorry, I am very low key. I'm sick. I've actually been running fever all day, so.
If that is Heather's, KJ says, if that is Heather's tea mug next to her on her right, she must be feeling bad. I have no idea what it is, but it's the same color, I think.
Yeah. It's in my tea. It's a London fog.
Yeah. Robert says, it may be a plate still, which would eat a hole saw.
Oh. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Or what we'll have to do is raise the floor up. And then, which is what a lot of people do in shipping containers, they raise the bathroom, starting to sweat. They raise the bathroom floors up. And so there's like a step up. What?
Clamor fan.
It's dead. So that you have to step up into the bathroom or whatever. And then you can do your water lines running out the side.
Old Dirt Road is here.
Hi guys.
Hi. He said, they say, hey ladies, hope you're all feeling better soon. We live in the RV currently and our generator broke for 2 weeks and the first night was 11 degrees. We all got sick. It's always colder in the RV, unfortunately.
Where are you guys? I don't know why I was thinking you were in Arizona or somewhere. Somewhere deserty. But it does get cold in the desert.
Anna said she thought that thrones were supposed to be raced.
So my doctor took a ton of blood on Monday, and they're testing me for rheumatoid arthritis. I actually don't think it's that though. We talked about on the last live of us doing carnivore diet or going back to keto, and I watched Jess with Roots and Refuge and her video that she put out, I don't know, a few days ago. And this seems to be coming up a lot. So we've both been hurting for a really long time, but I hurt all over my body. Like everything hurts. My wrists hurt really bad.
All of your joints.
All of my joints hurt really bad. Aleve isn't even working. Like Aleve and Tylenol. Hi, Mary. None of that it's not even touching the pain. And so it has slowed down our build and actually kind of stopped it for quite a while. It's why we haven't gotten a lot done.
Hi, Bradley.
So I think we are probably by Friday, if not sooner. We gotta go to the grocery store again. We're gonna kick back over to the carnivore diet. And I say that, but we are gonna you have cheese and we are gonna have dairy products. So
kind of a keto, but not really a keto.
And I think during the winter that works really well for us. The problem that we had with keto last summer was we were working so hard that we would literally run out of energy to the point that you couldn't even, like, we were like dragging our toes as we were walking. It was the weirdest thing. And then you would eat like a thing of yogurt and you'd be like, oh, I have all this energy. But we just were not getting enough carbs for the amount of physical labor we were doing. So I think what we're going to do is for the rest of this winter, maybe for like the next, I don't know what, 4 months is what we have left. February, March, April. Definitely 3 months. We're going to try to do some just carnivore. And then we're going to add our vegetables back in and do more of keto.
I like
this summer.
That part of the keto though, because it made food less like an enjoyment thing and more of a my body needs fuel, and you can tell that you need fuel.
And that's, I have to tell you, there's this mental space for me. Started cooking when I was 10 years old, and I love baking and cooking and preparing and like, I mean, I make croissants from scratch. I do all of that, and it's like there is this morning period but I love cooking, and you know, it's easy to throw a steak or a burger on the grill and then eat that, and so there's part of that makes me really sad. But I hurt. Everything hurts, and I got to do something about it because this is not good. And you know, bonus, like Jess was saying, she lost, like in 8 weeks, she lost like 20 pounds. She's been doing it for 8 months now.
Yeah.
And she's down like 30 something.
And she wasn't even trying to lose weight. She just wanted to feel better. Older Road responded, they're in Virginia.
Virginia, okay.
And Kelly says he has them, Dwayne does. They would be happy to come over to help.
Oh, nice. One of the things that they were saying about that particular diet is, I was watching this other lady who has had a bunch of health problems. She's had depression since she was 12, been on medication for it. She had type 2 diabetes. She was 170 pounds, had to walk with a walker, and within 8 months, she's no longer type 2 diabetes. She is walking 5 miles a day unassisted. She's lost 100 pounds. Her joints don't hurt. She doesn't have to take hardly any pain medicine, Tylenol, any of that kind of stuff. So, oh, and she has RA.
Yeah.
She has rheumatoid arthritis. That's why I was watching the video.
Chuck says, "Can we step away from the germs?" I'm not the one sick, Chuck. She is.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I have the germs. Step away from it.
Oh, I get you. Darlene says, "Tried naproxen for pain. That is what she is using. She's tried everything, but naproxen's her main thing, and yeah, it's not helping.
It is not touching it, and I'll stop taking it for like 2 months, and then I'll start back up so that my body doesn't get immune to it, and it is not touching. It's not touching it.
Question: have they tested for Lyme disease? Do you have Lyme disease ticks out there?
We do not. I actually asked the ER doctor when I was in ER last time, and he was like, "No, we don't have Lyme disease up here." So that's
sleeping
not
on
a concern.
cots for so long doesn't help your aches and pains. KJ says.
No, but we actually switched over the bed, so we've been on the regular. I thought that's actually what I thought it was, and I was like, well, that's why I was like, we need to get these beds. We didn't want to do that. We didn't want to like actually move in here because it's really hard to work when you're living in the space.
It is.
And so it was, but I was like, I can't sleep on this cot anymore. And
we did have a video come out where we were switching the beds.
yeah, so we brought the twin size bed down here to kind of act as a couch and a bed, but put the full size upstairs. But it is not helping. It's just not. And I feel like my right shoulder is going to go out of socket. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to like complain. I don't feel well. I'm going to sit here and complain for an hour. But
we got a new person.
Oh, yeah.
Lana. Hello from Minnesota.
Lana.
Enjoy you guys. Love your laughs.
Thank you. I apologize. I'm sick. So I'm kind of in the blues.
Did we make rooster stew yet? No. Just remember to add veggies and berries if you feel weak.
Yeah, one of the things that I like the most that we used to do is a fat shake with berries in it, because I love ice cream, so that works really well.
Let's see. If the VA gives you a hot tub for hydrotherapy, that would help. No idea what qualifications are though.
I'm gonna, when I go back in there, or I'm gonna call her and ask her about it and see if we can.
Hi, 12 Stones Ranch.
Can do that. Hi, 12 Stones Ranch. So that would be a super bonus, but that's why things are going so slow. Is just I hurt. When I get up to walk, I feel like I'm a 90-year-old, like a 90-year-old that's not in shape. Like on my joints, everything just really, really hurts.
Anna says nothing works better for her than for her arthritis than keto.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think what happened is we did keto this summer, and then we went off of it. And then that's when I just it slowly started really hurting. And then I would say probably this last month, it's been really bad.
People are I can't speak. Posting ketovore or paleovore. Let's see. Actually, we know folks who've got it up here, guys. Lyme disease, Kelly says.
Well, I talked to the doctor, and he said that they've only had 9 cases of Lyme disease from this area in like the last 20 years.
Darlene says it sounds like fibromyalgia. She has it. Really nothing works for pain. Sometimes takes the edge off. I thought fibromyalgia wasn't just in the joints though. I thought that was kind of like all over body pain. Yours is mostly in the joints, like right in the joint areas. I could be wrong. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to. Nancy's here.
But that's the thing with the carnivore diet that people were talking about, was that you basically completely detox your body of everything that causes you inflammation, and then you can see where you actually are versus what foods are influencing and your body's reacting to. So
KJ, that's absolutely the truth. She said she finds with hers movement helps, counterintuitive, but once she gets moving, she feels better. So for a long time, I was on statins and could not figure out why I was having this back pain. I tried everything. I changed beds. I did everything you could do, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together until I stopped my statins. And all of a sudden, my back pain went away, and I couldn't figure it out. And the only thing that would help was me getting up in the middle of the night and walking.
ooh.
So And this was hot or cold, so it didn't matter the temperature.
Cold again. It's dropping down to 200.
But that means it is there. It comes from ticks that come from deer, mice, bunnies, etc. Darcy wants to know if you've been tested for neuropathy or fibromyalgia.
That's what they just took a whole bunch of blood and they're testing that. So, and they're testing my hormones.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Jag.
So they took like 8 vials of blood and they're testing everything.
Gout. Jag suggests certain food trigger that. Sorry if you are discussing this, I joined late.
No, actually, so I've had gout in my left foot joint and this area before, but I haven't had that flare up in a really, really long time. So I don't know. I'd like to try the food route before I go on a bunch of pills. So I negotiated with my doctor. She's given me 6 months to figure it out food wise before we start like really pushing meds. So
The thing about all the pills is you have side effects from the pills that cause other issues, and with each pill that happens and it compounds, sometimes then you're treating side effects with other medications. So
yeah.
it's, you just end up with a whole bunch of meds. And with, as we know, your body becomes immune to meds. So like taking the naproxen every day, you start building up a tolerance to it. So
Yeah.
But what's for dinner? That's the question.
I probably won't have anything.
I wish we had tacos.
Yeah, I'm reading a book and they're eating tacos in my book. I'm like, that's rude.
I think, if I were to celebrate Valentine's Day, I think tacos is a great way to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Matt and Brenda from, what is the channel? I know this.
Chasing Freedom
Homestead. Yeah, they did tacos for Valentine's.
Yeah,
I think
love
it's
it.
amazing. Beef. It's
Beef.
what's for dinner. 33 people here, 16 thumbs up. Join the cool people and give a thumbs up. Thank you, Robert.
So I think we've kind of been talking about what animals we're going to have on the homestead this year. We're definitely, the rabbits give us lots of meat. They give us lots of meat. They're easy to process. They're easy to raise, all of those things. So we'll still have the rabbits. Sissy, the goat, she is not pregnant, so if I'm going to breed her, I need to take her in and get her bred. We don't know if Junie took. She doesn't look like it, but she has a really long body, so she could be hiding a baby in there. But a friend of Kelly's had a goat that they were getting rid of, wanted to rehome, and she's super sweet, and they're going to breed her for me, so she'll be coming in a couple of weeks. That gives us milk. It gives us goat's milk. I have an intolerance to cow's milk, so that gets us back to having goat's milk for the coffees and the London fogs and that kind of stuff. So there's a big possibility that some of this is from that. So we'll have her, and then, depending upon what she gives birth to, we'll have some red meat that'll go into the freezer. But I'm really thinking if I could find a 1-year-old steer to finish out so that we're putting in the freezer in October, that's a real big thought. So I'm gonna kind of look around for that.
Brian wanted to know if you got the jab.
No, absolutely not. In fact, I am red flagged at VA.
She's red flagged as a troublemaker.
As a troublemaker.
You need a donkey.
I said, look, I will wear my little reflector hats along with my mask.
The foil hats.
Uh-huh.
That would be funny. Yeah, Chuck recommended a donkey.
Well, I'm not going to eat a donkey.
Yeah. Check your food for cargahinin. I have no idea what that is. Causes lots of inflammation, and it's in everything.
Yeah, that's why I really like to just raise my own.
Not does VA have you flagged, but whoops, it's gone.
He changed his mind. He's like, wait, my phone printed that wrong.
Brian says, me too.
Totally flagged.
I love Lester's donkey, so full of personality, Chuck says.
So I've had donkeys. Actually, I've had every farm that I've had, except for this one, I've had donkeys at. I love donkeys. I had a paint donkey named Diamond, and then she gave birth, and his name was Chip. And I love them, and I will probably end up with one.
Can I tell the story?
Yes.
About Diamond?
Yes.
So, Heather and I were living in different places. You know, we've been friends forever and a day. And one day she put on Facebook, she had been with this guy for a really long time. And she's like, he did it. He got me a diamond. And we were like, yay!
Everybody
Congratulations,
was
that's
like,
so exciting. Right? And then she posted a picture of the donkey. And we're like, oh. And then she's like, meet Diamond, the donkey, the newest member of the herd. Coming up.
It's so funny.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got everybody on that. I got a lot of hate mail on that.
It was pretty funny.
And she was wonderful, and they're great. And I've never had animal loss as far as coyotes or whatever coming in.
Crazy.
When I've had them, I love them, and they are so stinking cute, and they have so much personality. And I'll probably end up with one. We'll just have to see. The one thing I prefer with those versus a guardian dog is their manure is basically the same as everybody else's in there, where
And they don't take off.
they don't take off, they don't run away, and you're feeding them the same thing that you're feeding. Where a livestock guardian dog, you're feeding them something different, and then you have, dog poop, and you have to clean up because it's not something that you want to.
Justin. Right.
Compost in with the rest of your stuff. I used to go collect all of that out of the pasture and then would compost it, and it would go in my garden. And so, it makes it very easy. In fact, that's why I like the llamas so much, is they scare away predators just from their crazy noise and their body shape. It's odd for the predators to see it, so they kind of stay away from it.
And they give you big piles of fertilizer.
And they give it cold fertilizer you put directly on your plants and stuff. So again, it's something that if you were to just drag the field, it wouldn't be a big deal, and you'd be fertilizing your field. So, the other thing about donkeys that are they're really hard on your property. Because they're a heavy animal. Same with cows. That's why I like the goats, because the goats are lighter and softer footed, so they don't destroy your land.
Let's see. Bob said, Heather, not only does the VA have you flagged, but so does the local PD and fire department. And he said the local fire department has to keep me flagged too. That's dangerous.
So I'm going into the VA. Speaking of the local PD, I'm going into the VA, and there's a police officer walking in front of me, and I was like, I'll race you, and because we're coming like this to the door, and I was like, I'll race you, and he's like, I don't want to run, and I was like,
Priscilla made it.
I said, yeah, that's when we used to just tell people, I'm not going to chase you, we're just going to release the dog. And he was like, oh, you were a cop, so we got to chit-chatting. So then I go to leave, and we're standing talking to Danielle, and he leaves. And I'm like, hey, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
She totally did, too.
Oops, sorry, Chloe. He just started laughing.
Jack says, miniature donkey. They are very protective.
And they're so cute.
I was wondering about that. Priscilla, she was on it to her, and now she's back as Backyard Homestead.
Okay.
The wild donkeys in Nevada were so cool. I love them, Anna says.
Yeah, actually, my friend Mary and I rode our motorcycles up to that little town that has all the donkeys in them. That was in Arizona.
Robert, the Glamour fan is dead. So, no Glamour fan tonight. Right now.
Have to charge it. Now I'm cold, so.
Cops say if you run away, you will only die tired when I shoot you. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get this bug. She didn't get the one I brought home from Boise, so our fingers are crossed on that.
I'm just wondering where. I mean, the only place I could have picked it up where we weren't in the same place was at the VA the first time I went in and had blood work done.
But you know,
and then it had been a week.
But we both have been in Walmart and we maybe touch different things. You never know.
Hey Chloe, what's happening, girl?
So anyone out there celebrating Valentine's Day? You're not out with your special someones? I personally
We
think
are their special someones.
I personally think it's crazy to expect people to
Back over here. Hi, there's my big jacket. Woo. Watch out, Chloe. Ow, ow, ow.
Heather got too close to the camera and interrupted the feed.
No, I had to scoot it back. It's kind of been doing that.
We're back.
Well, I had to get Chloe a cookie.
Vicky said if you only love someone a year, it's not really love. I agree. I would rather have this special day that nobody else is celebrating, you know. If I had a relationship. I am not currently in one. Despite what people may think, we are not in a relationship.
So funny. So
Oh, you're so small. Where are they? I can't see
I
them.
know, we're so far back now.
Laugh out loud. Love the look.
What look? Oh, that's nice.
Thanks, Kelly, for getting us a laugh. That's funny. Tiffany says she loves us.
Aw, thanks, Tiff.
We appreciate that.
I do have to say the best Valentine's Day that I got, gift that I got, was my baby lock serger that I'm terrified of and haven't used.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like, oh my gosh, how many years ago? 8? I got that 8 years ago. So I need to get the barnuminium up and the crafting room going.
Do you want me to throw a log in there before we lose it?
Well, now I'm hot again, but yeah, you got to. Back to being hot again. Because it's not. Okay, so I love these eco logs. They get really hot, but starting a fire with them is really hard. It's not as easy as regular wood. They don't really want to start.
I had a guy invite me to his house for dinner. I politely declined. I have a date with my friends.
Aww. Who's that?
That was Anna.
Aw, thanks,
Colleen
Anna.
says, hi, ladies. Virgil and I enjoy our relationship continually. That's good.
Yeah, you guys are # goals.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. Wouldn't be here if we didn't love you, Bob says. And Vicky says, well said, Tigger.
Yep. Well, now I'm out of tea. I guess the live's over.
T-Hand Homestead. We'll have to check you out.
Oh, yeah.
Vicky already subscribed, so
I think she's on it.
bless you, girl. You're so sweet.
She is on it.
Thanks, Robert, for throwing out the links.
So, a couple of things that we have to work
Thanks, Anna.
on. I've had a few people talk about or message me or whatever about, I don't know why you're jumping from thing to thing. And I know we've talked about this. You guys probably get it, but there's actually quite a few people that watch this after the live is over. And we jump from thing to thing because we have such a short outside building time. We only have like 4 months in the good weather months to do something
Hi,
outside.
Sil.
So we have to keep things that we can do during the winter, which is this. If we weren't doing a YouTube channel, it wouldn't matter. But because we're still trying to have content and do that kind of thing, that's why we've kind of jumped from the container to the barn to back to the container. And so our number one big thing that we want that we're really going to focus on getting done this year is the barn. We're going to get as much done inside here as we can over the next 3 months, and then we'll be moving back to the barn. So hopefully we'll have it done. I don't know if we have to build the cabinets from scratch, then that may take a little bit longer. But we should hopefully have the like the wall board up and stuff.
Justin, Jack wants to know if you'll be their Valentine. Dustin, are you gonna be tagged next Valentine? What do you say?
You could do
What
that?
do you say?
Yeah.
Mom, yes, he did make it home. Thank you for asking. You guys should get together so you can see each other. Tim Fergal showed up.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Tim uses big words.
12 hours on the barn and the other 12 hours on the container. No sleep,
No
no
sleep.
eat, nothing else.
It'll be. It'll.
Years. Oh, so
It's-
sick too.
Oh, Sil, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not feeling well myself. Oh, my phone's not plugged in. We didn't do that well. Phone's gonna die.
Do you want me to fix it?
Probably, yeah. Now Kimmy's gonna get really close to the.
Sorry, guys. You're gonna
She's
see
not
my
sorry.
big old
She's
face.
all close up in.
Woo! And a little wiggle. Wiggle it just a little bit. I think we're still good.
Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna be finishing up the barn and then I want to do a deck. I don't know if we'll get the full wraparound deck put in. I don't even know what will get put in, but we have to get a little bit put in. And then enough firewood for next winter. And we've got to figure out how to do the decking over the top of the shipping container. I think is another big deal, because the one thing that we've had the problem with is the snow gets up on top of the metal and then it starts draining, or the water or whatever, and it's going under the treehouse. So we got to get that fully sealed off. So I've got to try to figure out a way to do that. So any suggestions, just email them to me.
KJ, really,
What?
girl? Earthquake. Oh! Wow. Let's see. So Robert says no. Tim Virgo make it 8 and 8 so they get 4 hours of sleep. Tim says no. They have weekends to sleep. Bob says and 4 hours for chores. Whoa, wrong channel. They're wiggling it. Are you using my power station? I answered that. Yes, we are. Weekends are time and a half on the homestead.
Yeah, they are.
Honestly, weekends are just another day.
Yeah.
The only day that's really, truly different for us is Sunday, because we do get up and go to church. But otherwise, I'm like, every day is the same. For the most part.
It's the same, but we do different things every day. So, for instance, we processed rabbits the other day.
Right,
And
but that's not like a week to week kind of thing. Like it's not like every Tuesday we process rabbits.
we'll be here pretty soon with all these rabbits running
but
around.
you know what I mean? Like most of the time I forget what day it even is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we don't have just a schedule. We just wake up and are like, okay, what are we doing today?
Right.
Kind of thing.
We have to set our alarms so we don't forget the lives, because we have done that a
Yeah.
couple times. So,
We have done that.
So
And for those of you that are Patreon subscribers, so sorry, I forget about Patreon. And so I'll be putting the members only live link over on that. I gotta try to figure that out so that you guys could come to our members live,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
which we do on Thursday, and we just talk more smack.
Colleen says her ladies gave her 5 eggs today, brown,
Wow.
blue, and green.
Isn't that fun to get all
Yeah.
the different kinds? It's so fun. So another critter that I'd like to have is quail. I think I'm gonna not do chickens here for this next year, but I might order some quail. If we get once we get the solar stuff done, and I can keep a heat lamp on them, because they need a heat lamp on them for the first 5 weeks, and then they can go outside.
That's going to be interesting to process, because I can't fit my hand up.
You don't do that. You basically just pull off the breasts.
Gotcha. I'm learning so
Yeah.
much. Oh, Sean, we were just talking about winter.
Hi, Sean.
So winter, we say happy birthday.
Yeah. If she's on here, we'll sing to her. Even
Yeah.
though I can't be in tune today.
Well, I'm never in
Sounds
tune,
sick.
so. Tim says we have wild quail running around. I keep a feed block out for them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I know there's quite a few people that are in that thought process of just go hunt for it. But I kind of prefer knowing what's going to go in my freezer. So if you go hunting, sometimes you come back with something. Most of the time you do not. And with how busy we are trying to get these other things done, I think Justin has to go outside.
Okay.
He's doing the tap dance.
He's doing the dance.
So that's kind of why I like to just raise mine. You know, you do have the cost of your feed and, you know, your extra hay and bringing all that in and all that kind of stuff, but we do have deer and stuff like right here. We could hunt right here on the property, so that's real nice. And we do have quail too. I've seen the quail. But I'd like to just be like, okay, now we get to process however many. But I do know that a lot of quail, you have to incubate their eggs. They don't hatch out, I guess, very well, which seems weird to me, because then how do we have quail at all? Like, why are we taking away their ability to be able to hatch out their own? We should be encouraging breeds that can, what's the word, propagate themselves. So, I don't know, we'll see how that works. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of out of it. I mean, I just don't feel well.
Sean says, Witcher says, thank you. I've got 1,000,000,007 birds now. Also heard a woodpecker the other day, KJ says.
She's got 1 billion what?
Songbirds.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie Andrews is here. Hi.
Hi, Debbie. We haven't heard the birds yet. We have an owl that hangs out.
Yep.
Gets snacks. And then we have our million bunnies that have gotten loose. Man, those things like, you get one boy and one girl out, and then all of a sudden you have 200 rabbits running all over the place.
Yeah, you do. KJ says, one suggestion: waking up and starting is determining and laying out needed safety equipment for the day's task. Saves getting into and missing glasses or what have you.
That's very true.
It's true, but part of the problem was we weren't. It's like she said, it's so hard to live in a place where you're working, and so we weren't organized, and we went through and organized a bunch of things.
But not only that, I mean, I have hurt really, really badly. So a lot of times we'll make sure that we have things set aside at night for the next day. But I've just hurt, and it's affected everything because I don't feel like doing anything. So Kim doesn't really know what we're going to do the next day, because sometimes I'm like, hey, let's get up and do da-da-da-da-da, or I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything. So it's hard to prep for that unless you're actively in. But I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've got most of the insulation in the back is moved out. So my bed, we took the mattress off of that in the RV. We just moved the insulation in on that bed because we're going to insulate the bathroom. And, you know, so that's opened that up a little bit. But
Tim wants to know how long it takes to raise a quail for processing.
6 weeks. And at 6 weeks, they're laying eggs, too. So, if you're looking for eggs, and quail eggs have more minerals in them than chicken eggs. They're just really small, so you have to use more. But, yeah.
Do owls eat quail?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's a yes.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, they definitely will.
Anna says, I totally understand that. I spent all of last year struggling with pain and hardly got anything done.
I'm worried if we don't get this figured out, there's no way I'm going to be able to work on the barn. My shoulders hurt so bad, my shoulder joints, and my right shoulder feels like it wants to just pop out and be out of socket. So
my shoulders are the same.
Yeah.
My right feels the same way, like it's going to pop out and be out of socket.
So we need you guys to root us on with this diet, because it is a difficult diet to be on.
The shoulders and the back for me, and my knees. I don't know if you guys noticed it in the videos. I don't ever get on my knees. I'll squat or I'll bend, but I don't get on my knees. So
And that's because you had that knee surgery, right?
Yeah, but it's both knees. It bothers both knees. Chasing Freedom Homestead's here.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Brenda or Matt or both you. I'm trying moringa as an anti-inflammatory, supposed to be a superfood.
Oh, nice.
Robert says. Wow, me too. I blamed it on sleeping on my side, Tiffany says, as far as her shoulder.
That's actually what I've been blaming it on, but it's, well, and I sleep on both sides. So I'm like, oh, it's just because I sleep on my side. But it's just weird that now all of a sudden it just really, really hurts. So I don't know, but we got to get it figured out so that we can get on the mill and we can get.
Well, I think
on the
once you've
bar.
had some damage in your shoulder, like rotator cuff tears and that kind of stuff, it takes a long time to heal, but then it never is 100%.
Mm.
You always have the issue of potentially re-injuring it.
Yeah,
So,
that's a bummer.
it is.
We need heavy equipment. That's what it is. We need heavy equipment.
Nancy said, didn't something eat the quail you got last year?
Probably the
Weasel.
So what ended up happening last year is I didn't have a heat lamp and I couldn't keep them inside, and we got like 2 days that were 110, and I think the heat stroked. I was gone for the afternoon and I came back and they were all dead. They weren't eaten. They just died.
Oh.
I had an owl get some of my chickens, but not the quail. The quail didn't make it for very long. I was really bummed because I really wanted the quail.
Danielle says, good evening, ladies. Sorry I'm late. Just got home from work.
Oh, how's the bunny doing? How's Kevin?
Tim says he stopped eating bread for a month or two and his joint pain went away.
Oh, nice. I'm really hoping that just eliminating that type of stuff. We don't eat a lot of bread, but we do eat. I personally eat more cupcakes than I should. So I like sweets, and sugar is one of the things that will cause a real big problem with that. So
I'm sad about that because I love sandwiches.
yeah, I know that.
I know, that's why we don't have them. But he's good, Bunny's good.
Good. Good. Poor guy was traumatized. Went for a ride in the truck. Was in a dark box.
He was in the truck though, not in the back.
Yeah.
He hung out with us in the cab. He went for a trip to Coeur d'Alene. He's a city bunny now. He went to the city.
No, they live out.
We could write a children's book about it.
We could write a children's.
Go on a trip to the city.
Kevin went to the city.
Prince Kevin.
Prince Kevin went to the city. That's funny.
Let's see. Where did Justin go? Jody said. He's running around. He went potty and then he came back in.
He's staring because there's a rabbit that likes to sit right there at the back window, and so he just sits there and stares at it. And then sometimes barks his head off at it. And
he's got a high drive. Where Chloe wants to be in here because we might drop food.
she's like, "Don't judge me."
I'm not judging. I'm not judging, girl.
You guys can't see her. She just jumped on the cot over here. She's like, "What?"
And she's giving the ears. She's like,
Are we talking about food? Do I get another cookie? What's happening? Snacks?
we say her favorite things like peanut butter, cookies, treats, walks, rides in the car.
she's like staring at the back of your head. I like all those things. Let's go do that. You know those little shorts where they're like, act like you're talking on the phone and say all your dog's favorite words. We should do one of those with her.
Hey, I'm going to do a self-plug here. If you guys haven't gone and saw the bloopers, I say go over to Wake Up Country and check it out because it was pretty funny. Heather and I,
That's it.
there was a few things of Heather and I and a few things of my kids and I and lots of goat antics. So go check it out.
Jump up. Ah, I know you beast. Oh my goodness.
10 minutes.
Oh my
Any
goodness.
other questions? Oh, Bernard Brooks showed up. Hi, Bernard.
Ouch.
Debbie Andrews says, I use collagen powder in my coffee, which helps me with my joint pain. That's awesome.
You're so
Collagen powder.
You're so silly. Oh, I used to take that.
Debbie and KJ both says they do that.
Yeah, I used to
I think
take
it was
that.
KJ that said that. No, it was Anna that said it. Sorry, KJ. It was Debbie and Anna that does it.
Sing a song.
Bob wants to know what your favorite donut is.
Probably an apple fritter, but I've kind of gotten away from liking donuts. I've actually gotten away from liking sweets really in general. These last cupcakes that we got the other day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat cupcakes for the last time. I don't even like them. Like, I'm not happy with them. It's like a bummer. Like, these don't even taste good. It's probably because I'm sick.
My favorite donut's a maple bar, but that's pretty much only on the West Coast, so you East Coasters don't know what you're missing. All right.
It surprises me because doesn't maple syrup, like, they get maple syrup in New York and all up there.
Yeah, it's just crazy because even when I was in Florida, they never had maple bars or maple flavored donuts at all. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. Either that or my phone is frozen.
Be that. I'm not gonna make it much longer.
Maple bar with bacon. I will say no bacon because I don't mix my sweet and savories. I can't do it. Bacon on the side.
Well, guys, throw out some last stuff because we're gonna go. I'm really not feeling well. I think the medicine's wearing off.
Bob says we're cops, so we have to like donuts. Let's see, real maple syrup. I've not tried real maple syrup.
It's so phenomenal.
Isn't it a lot thinner?
No.
No? It's still
Depends.
same
It's
thing?
still thick, yeah.
Maple bar, apple fritter, croissant, donut.
Croissants. I love croissants. Love them. Love them.
Anyone know why bacon comes by the pound? Should we type with all capitals to be louder? That was Tim. Tim, you are you use the big words, sir.
I do not know if we're gonna have a video out on Friday. If I don't start feeling better by Thursday, we probably will not have a video on Friday, but we should definitely have one out by next Monday.
Brenda says, sorry you're sick, Heather, get better.
Thanks.
Praying for you, Heather. Sean says, go to bed, Heather. Alicia says, Long Johns, Vicky says.
That's the problem with that is I get hot and then I get really cold and then I get really hot and I get really cold and so I'm bouncing back and forth.
Bernard says, God bless. I hope you guys feel better. I was sick all last week.
Sorry. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Will you be live Thursday? Depends on how we feel, I guess.
Probably.
Colleen, Kimmy, we have real maple syrup. When you come for dinner, remind me to let you try some. What are we going to have it on, Colleen? I'll miss the live on Thursday. Vicky says, I have a meeting. Meetings are stupid.
Meetings are stupid.
Well, our live time is later though now.
It's at 5.
Yeah, so that's like 8 your time. Do you have meetings at 8?
All right, you guys, we're going to take off. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you.
We love you.
Probably see you on Monday. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Love your family.
Bye.
Love the ones that are special to you.